Hello, everyone, and good day to you. A warm welcome to today's webinar. So, my name is Abayomi Ogunjobi. I am your host for today. And just as a form of introduction, I'm the co-founder and director at Penetry. And I must say that I'm privileged to be a member of the board of directors at Fiduciary Services Limited. So, Fiduciary Services Limited is basically a private client and fiduciary services focused firm located in Victoria Island, Lagos, Nigeria, that's in West Africa. And I must say that we're delighted to have you all join us today for conversations in wealth management. And, without any further ado, right, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the moderator of this session. With almost 2 decades of professional proficiency and acumen, our moderator for today, Mercy Edukoho Amina, is the founder and executive director of Fiduciary Services Limited. Mercy is a passionate corporate solicitor. She's actually a friend of mine, right? And also she's actually a governance expert, a chartered secretary and administrator. She's also a trust and estate practitioner. And, most importantly, she's a family wealth advisor. She has a whole lot of experience in that area. Messi and I have worked together in different capacity, and I can tell you that, she has experience and knowledge in the area of the topics that we're speaking about today. So Messi leads and manages the wonderful team of Fiduciary Services Limited, and she has done an exceptional work in leading the team in what they've achieved from inception even up until now. So Messi, it's my pleasure to hand over to you to go on with the session.
Thank you so much, Abayomi. Yeah, so it's really good to be here and to have our panelists already ready to take us on our conversations today. So it's so much pleasure. This is a biannual webinar where we just speak with industry experts within the field of wealth management, family wealth advisory, family business advisory, family governance advisory. And we try to speak with them to understand what are the trends and dynamics from their day-to-day practice, from their day-to-day work that are affecting the lives and legacies of those they serve, the families and the individuals that they serve. So it's our pleasure to have everyone join us today as we continue with our conversation. So this is the third in the series, and we do hope that we would have more of this series to come in the near future. Without much ado, like we've already shared, we are trying to make sure that the industry that we serve, that the clients that we serve, that they do get value and they understand what are the issues that they should be cognizant of. And really, when you work within the wealth management space, the family wealth management space, I know that you do tend to have to want to get to the nitty-gritty, the granular details. I mean, it becomes really, because that's really the value that you put on the table. So I'm going to introduce Rita Tong. Rita Tong is joining us, and I mean, she has been here for about 2 hours plus already. Rita has over 20 years of experience as a financial advisor in Hong Kong, advising clients from all around the world. She is a certified financial planner in Hong Kong since 2009. Rita is licensed with the Securities and Futures Commission in Hong Kong, and she's also licensed with the Insurance Authority in Hong Kong. She advises and manages clients' investment portfolios and various insurance products to match their wealth planning needs. Rita is the Director of Business Development, Grand Tag Financial Consultancy, and Insurance Brokers Limited. So it's our esteemed pleasure to have Rita join us. So thank you so much for staying with us, being with us, and really committed to us today. Thank you so much, Rita. So I'm going to ask now, just let us know what are the dynamics, what are the trends and dynamics that are shaping the industry, whether it's the insurance wealth planning industry, whether it's the health insurance planning industry, or whether it's the managing families, managing family dynamics, managing conflict. So what are the trends and dynamics that are shaping the lives of affluent, wealthy families in the spaces that we operate? Over to you, Rita.
Yes. Okay, there are a few main points, which I found out, okay, after this, especially like pandemic. Okay. So the global pandemic outbreak and the geographical tension as well. I think it bounds to increase the international mobility of the high net worth individuals. It raises the concern on a comprehensive international health insurance, sufficient life coverage to provide liquidity for the family, and a proper family succession planning due to the unexpected misfortunes as well. And also, since the COVID outbreak, people are used to mobile working. They are seeking options in residency and citizenship for personal and asset security. The increased mobility of the high net worth individual results in asset allocation in various jurisdictions, and the proper use of insurance products such as PPLI can facilitate consolidation of the assets while enjoying tax efficiency. I also reckon Asia will continue to be the world's fastest growing region. Countries including China, India, and ASEAN are expected to enjoy the highest GDP growth than other parts of the world. Therefore, an increase in investment exposure and interest to traveling to Asia is likely to take place in the future. And another point I would want to make is the growing in acceptance of cryptocurrency in the portfolio can also offer a risk diversification, as it is relatively enjoying a lower correlation to other asset classes. Yeah, so that's my observation.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. You just practically spoke to insurance and its benefits, whether it's health, whether it's investment planning, and the entire mix. And I like that you mentioned private placement life insurance. I know that we are going to still speak about that and create as much knowledge. Yeah. So Rita, I'm going to ask you now to just take us through the role for affluent and wealthy families. What role, if any, does insurance play in their lives?
Oh yeah, sure. Okay. I think the most common objective of insurance, here I'm referring mainly to a life insurance. Okay. Yeah, is to provide family protection by offering liquidity before the probate is done. And apart from that, it also offers security in the portfolio, which is ideal to be used for education and also retirement funding as well. Yeah. And insurance policy, they also can play a role of asset equalization on wealth transfer among the family members. Yeah, and it can also be used for estate duty settlement. Due to the leveraging effect of the life insurance policy, it can also create a bigger estate for the next generation. Yeah, and it's widely adopted for charity purposes as well, because it can be funded by the foundation. And the proceeds paid will be distributed to the foundation to fund the continued gift. And a life policy with a buy-sell agreement are proven to be the most cost-effective solution in family business succession planning as well. It ensures a fair distribution of the business interests among family members without upsetting harmony, and the appointment of a successor who is willing and capable to run the business as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you so much for breaking it down. So we do really need to take a whole lot more attention when it comes to the benefits that insurance planning just holds for affluent and individuals and families of wealth. It is very significant. And yeah, so thank you for that. So Rita, I'm going to ask you, for Grantag, just run us through the value that you give to clients? Just run us through the whole value-based services that you have, and why individuals, why families, why wealthy individuals should take cognizance and probably reach out to you or use one of your intermediaries.
Okay. Because we are a first of all fully licensed consultancy company, we can give them advice on basically all types of insurance products because we are a brokerage. Yeah, we represent all the insurance products in Hong Kong, and also we have office in Singapore. Yeah. So basically, we can also offer clients a very diversified portfolio in terms of if the clients would like to have the Singapore jurisdictions insurance product, we can also provide, yeah, with our Singapore, through our Singapore colleagues. And also if clients would like to have a Bermuda or Cayman or Isle of Man jurisdictions product, we can also provide as well. So we represent clients' interest, yeah, instead of representing the insurer's interest.
Okay. I mean, that's very notable. Okay, thank you so much for that, Rita. So Rita, I'm going to ask you that how do you integrate insurance into a wealth management plan, a holistic plan, and what considerations would you bring to bear when you're trying to create that holistic wealth planning strategy?
Okay, I would consider there are 5 key aspects. First of all, risk diversification, currency denominations, and the liquidity of various asset classes. Secondly, it is the transferability and global portability of the investment vehicles. The third aspect is the tax efficiency. The fourth one is to ensure a smooth transfer of assets for succession planning. Lastly is the confidentiality of the wealth distribution. So if the client wants to integrate insurance plan into the wealth management portfolio, they can invest in a participating policy, which offers multi-currency options with global diversification of fixed income and equities, but with a high guarantee. Dividends are delivered through a smoothing mechanism to ensure a low volatility of the performance. Currency denomination of the policy is switchable at discretion of the client. It is internationally portable as cash value can also be withdrawn online and remitted to designated bank account globally. And the assets are accumulated in the policy tax-free, and policy is paid out instantly upon the death of the life insured without probate. It can be passed on through generations infinitely in making use of some of the legacy planning options. Most importantly, beneficiaries and allocation of the wealth distributions are kept confidential to avoid family disputes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that. Yeah, I was just going to do as a follow-up question would be that what are the common challenges or misconceptions that people have about insurance? I mean, really planning for insurance as part of their wealth management strategy. What are the misconceptions or challenges that you've encountered?
I think some of the common challenges are people think, oh, they don't need insurance coverage as they're too young and don't have a family. But however, it's always ideal to buy insurance at young age when they are insurable and the premium is low. Some people may think that insurance is expensive, but actually there are various types of products with premium levels subject to product features, benefits, which suit everyone's different individuals' needs. And of course, they need some professional advice as well on this aspect. Yes, and some people think that, they'd rather put money into savings and investments instead of insurance, as they cannot actually benefit from the value. However, insurance forms the foundation of the financial planning pyramid. So in case of any misfortunes, the family actually does not need to use their savings and investments to cover the liabilities, such as mortgage and debt. It can therefore help to protect the family wealth. Yeah. So, and some people think that all insurance policy, they requires medical underwriting, or they are only payable at death. However, there are some participating savings policies with flexibility in allowing regular withdrawal during a lifetime to meet target savings needs, and no medical underwriting is required. Yeah. And product features are also in place to facilitate legacy planning as well. It's payable either upon death or surrender.
Okay, yeah. I think I like that part, that really the investment part of it. I think I like that. We're going to speak a little bit more on the investment part, but I think I like the part that Amber, you want to say something?
Yeah, so
Okay.
if I could just interject, Rita, I have seen insurance policies being used for buy-sell agreements for families that have assets in the business, because it's sometimes very difficult to find cash in the moment to buy out a family member. So yes, some people have misconstrued, like they don't really understand that there are many different types of insurance, but yes, there's almost one type of insurance plan to help with, you know, when you're planning for what happens down the road. So yeah, I expected. I just wanted to say yes, I've seen it happen, and it's a good thing.
Yeah. That's fantastic, Ben. Yes, that's fantastic.
Can also be...
I mean, the reason why Rita is here is to speak to those services, so that we don't look at insurance from a very myopic point of view, but we have it as a broad knowledge, understanding, and we can also seek more advice. We can also seek more information with respect to it. I know that when it comes to the way we talk about portfolio diversification, so you know how you want to diversify across jurisdictions, across currencies, across asset classes. You have traditional alternatives and the like. So that's the same way too that we should consider insurance planning as part of that risk management diversification strategy. Because what you don't want to do is somewhere down the line, you do have to have those expenses to be met, and they now significantly impact the wealth. So really planning and taking out those policies, and also looking at policies that are embedded with investment. So if I'm not going to use it, if it's not going to be underwritten for medical purposes, at least let me be able to take out some portion of the premium that I've paid over time, or have it as an embedded solution, such that I can enjoy the investment aspect of it, as well as also enjoy the protection aspect of it. So Rita, do you want to talk about the investment options that are embedded within insurance services that you provide?
Can you repeat? Sorry.
Yeah, I said, do you want to talk about investment options that are available with the insurance services that you provide? So case in point, let's talk about the private placement insurance trust.
Okay.
Private placement PPLI, private placement life insurance. Yes.
Yes, okay. So PPLI actually is an open architecture whole of life insurance policy with a value linked to the performance of the underlying investment portfolio. It is a globally recognized legal structure which can hold a diversified range of investment vehicles, including stocks, mutual funds, ETF, and bonds, quoted on recognized stock exchange, and cash holdings of major currencies as well. High net worth clients can transfer their assets into the PPLI for consolidation, rather than placing in multiple banks or investment accounts in various jurisdictions. It facilitates succession planning, as client can use beneficiary nomination or trust to pass on their assets smoothly upon death without delay. Wealth distribution can be kept confidential as well. PPLI can also simplify the CRS reporting, as only a policy value is reported rather than individual holdings. All the dividends, interests, withdrawals are not required to be reported, versus it is a requirement of if held in financial institutions. PPLI therefore preserves privacy and being CRS compliant at the same time. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for that. So when you do take out, so that's really the how will I put it, the complementary role that insurance can play when it comes to wealth management. So, but I think it's specific to the services that your wealth advisor makes available or provides the knowledge for you to be able to assess it. Okay, so our time is fast spent. So 1 minute, just let us have your concluding thoughts.
Okay. So insurance policies, they have actually evolved over time. It's no longer that, type of, boring stuff like, oh, it's only pay upon death. But, there are so many interesting product features. It's being infiltrated into the policy, such as you can split the policy into an unlimited number of times, and you can change the life insured. Yeah, so as to pass the asset on to the next generations for without any cost, involved. So these are all very interesting, features to bring benefits, like in terms of the so as to reduce the tax issues involved for the clients.